October 29th of 2012, we had Hurricane Sandy roll along Staten Island.
I was just watching TV on my laptop, and then the power went out. And then I went downstairs to the living room where we started watching the water like slowly go up. I was looking at the sidewalk as a reference point, and every like 5 minutes it just kept going up and up and up.
Well, I was home when it started, like when the water was first coming. So we were checking to see if we had to evacuate, and then we just jumped in the car and we left. But my dad stayed. But I had to pull up my hands, and it was like up to the bottom of the car door. So we had to open and close the door, and the cars were floating, and the water was all the way up. So it was chasing our car.
The water came into the basement through the door, broke a window, came through the window, and just filled up really fast. And it reached literally the top step and stopped. And fortunately started receding. If it would have came up a little bit more, it would have entered the first floor.
We remembered that our generator is in the garage. So by the time we went down there, the water was already up to our kneecaps. Our first floor staircase kept getting submerged step by step by step, and it was like 6 inches away from entering the living room. And that's when the water stopped.
The whole thing got flooded except for the whole room, 2 rooms upstairs.
During Sandy, my grandma, she was very nervous, and to distract herself, she was upstairs playing Tetris. And while she was playing Tetris, she was literally shaking. I tried to calm her down by singing Russian songs with her. I was panicking myself. I thought I was gonna die. She thought she was gonna die. The only way that we could come down is just make the best of it. She was playing Tetris, we were singing, and she told me, Zach, we might not make it out of here alive, so you can smoke a cigar in my room. So I go into my grandma's room, I take out the most expensive cigar I had. It calmed me down during the hurricane, and I was so scared that I actually literally fell asleep after I smoked a cigar.
The water was really high. I'm about 5'7", and the water was like all the way to the ceiling. We had to fix all the installation and rip everything out. We had to like tear down the walls over here. The water was almost to the living room.
When there was the Irene hurricane, the water came up only a few feet. This much water wasn't much of a big deal. We used the pump, we got the water out, and the house was saved. But when Sandy came in, the water went up to this level. That's higher than me, and if I stayed in the basement, I wouldn't be surviving. I'd be drowning under sandy water.
We didn't take any of our pets. But then like the next 2 days, they went and saved my dad with the boat. But then all my animals were still in the house. And then my 2 birds died. And then my cat, Angel, he swallowed the water and he died. But he had cancer.
We spent the night in the house, and it was really, really cold. And it was until the next day where we got rescued by some police officers in the boat. And they couldn't get a ladder up because we were on the 2nd floor and they didn't have a big enough ladder. I wanted to just like jump on top of the van that's in front of the garage, but we didn't do that. We had to climb out one by one, and I almost like slipped and fell into the water, but they caught me and they put me in the boat. Then they drove us from our house all the way to Father Cap. Then we spent most of the time in Brooklyn, going back and forth, fixing up the house and cleaning up.
Next morning I woke up to sounds of helicopters, and I saw a helicopter outside my house, and it was airlifting one of my neighbors. And that was an amazing experience, seeing a helicopter airlift my neighbor, Coast Guard. You never see this stuff, you know, only during a real disaster. And the water the next morning was still really high up, up to my torso. It didn't go all the way down. There was police trucks, fire trucks, military trucks with big wheels. We tried to make the best of it. 30 days, no electricity. We didn't have water for about 2 weeks.
The reason we stayed during the hurricane is because last year there was another hurricane called Irene, and we really weren't even hit. We just got like flooded streets around us. But if the news media wasn't always like, oh, this is a big deal, go buy duct tape and wood, go to Home Depot, how are we supposed to like take them serious when something really does happen? So if they weren't so like dramatic, we would have probably left to Brooklyn already.
We had no idea. We had no idea. We expected this to be like Irene, you know, just a few feet of water. But no one expected a whole tidal wave to come. No one expected, you know, 14 feet of water.
Never think of something small, because unless you like know, definitely.
There were a lot of businesses in our area that are still not opened yet due to damage from the water and the wind. We used to go there a lot before the storm, and now we can't go there anymore. Also, our school got flooded and they were using it as a shelter. So we had to go to a different school and we didn't know what to do, and we weren't used to the school, so it was really hard for us.
After we got a little bit of cash from insurance companies, we started repairing, building everything from scratch.
While we were waiting for our house to be repaired, we had to sleep at our relative's house and our friend's house. And then after a while, we just wanted to be in our own house and sleep in our own room.
But now we'll almost be in my house in 2 weeks.
Everything that water touched, completely gone. This is one of the things that was here during Sandy. It has rust all over it. And everything, technological, metal, even my bicycle, completely destroyed. In this room we had computers, speakers, we had a whole studio for music. We even had a soundproof booth. And that entire studio, tens of thousands of dollars. Now I'm estimating about $20,000, $25,000 of equipment just gone in one day.
The damages that we suffered was pretty bad. I mean, it made the house unlivable for almost a month. We lost our washer and dryer, water heater, electrical, gas pipes we had to change, and the water was just horrible. Big mess, big mess.
The worst part with the personal items that you just can't replace. Those were all destroyed.
Everything. They had to do the beams. They had to they just put up the sheetrock because the sheetrock guys put the sheetrock the other day. We taped it, and we just have to paint it.
Everything that was in the garage that was like electronic, we couldn't like really fix. There was a air compressor, a bunch of power tools. We had a treadmill in this room, pool table. I lost my nice pea coat, which I liked, and I forgot about it. But everything else was just like stuff. No one got hurt, no one died, so it doesn't like really matter.
Hurricane Sandy, as devastating as it was, really brought out the best in people. The spirit of the community was one of love and compassion. We were all helping each other clean out our homes, and just everyone banded together. We had people coming from other states to help us. You know, we were very fortunate. We just got help from all over, and that really contributed to us getting back into our home.
We were really thankful when we got to come home and be in our own house for Thanksgiving, so that's the main thing that we were thankful for.
I'm just glad that my family is alright.